What if I told you that the concept of courage in leadership? It sounds shocking, right? The urgent truth is that courage can overshadow emotional intelligence in critical leadership decisions. Picture yourself in a boardroom, the pressure mounting as you prepare to make a decision that could change everything. But what if that choice is driven more by the desire to appear courageous than by a genuine understanding of your team? This is a critical juncture many leaders face, yet few recognize the warning signs of impending risk. Consider this: we often celebrate bold, fearless actions, but what happens when that courage blinds us to the emotional needs of our team? When does bravery veer into recklessness? These crucial questions can lead to significant fallout if ignored. Imagine a leader diving headfirst into a risky initiative fueled by sheer determination. Sounds inspiring, right? But what if the team is grappling with burnout and feeling unheard? In their quest to showcase courage, that leader might overlook the most vital warning sign: the morale of their team. Think about a real-life scenario: an ambitious manager pushing for aggressive targets while the team struggles with personal challenges. The courage to push forward may seem admirable, but beneath that bravado lies the potential for a crisis. Ignoring emotional intelligence can lead to disengagement, high turnover, and a toxic work environment. Now envision this: the same manager, instead of barreling ahead, takes a moment to pause. They check in with their team, listen to their concerns, and adjust their strategy. Suddenly, courage transforms from a solo act into a shared journey. That moment of vulnerability fosters trust, boosts engagement, and paves the way for success. But here's the catch: that moment of emotional awareness often feels uncomfortable. Many leaders mistakenly view emotional intelligence as a weakness rather than a strength. They fail to see that true leadership requires balancing courage with empathy. As we delve deeper, it becomes evident that real courage lies in confronting these uncomfortable truths. It's not just about making bold choices, it's about understanding the impact of those choices on others and cultivating an environment where everyone feels valued. So, what can you do? Reflect on your leadership style. Are you amplifying your courage at the expense of your team's emotional well-being? Ask yourself the tough questions and engage in conversations that might feel risky. It's in those moments of discomfort that you'll uncover the path to authentic leadership. Remember this: courage without emotional intelligence is a double-edged sword. Embrace the uncomfortable truths that come with leading people, not just projects. The next time you face a tough decision, pause and listen. The outcomes might surprise you. What if I told you that the essence of courage in leadership can sometimes lead to significant failures? Surprising, right? Let's dive deeper, because what we often celebrate as bravery might be masking something much darker. Imagine this: a leader makes a bold decision and confidently rallies their team. Everyone admires their courage, but there's a nagging instinct in the back of their minds that's being ignored. This is where emotional intelligence often takes a back seat. Many leaders mistakenly equate courage with decisiveness, believing that charging ahead without hesitation is a sign of strength. But what if that same strength blinds them to crucial emotional signals? Picture a team member struggling with an issue. Instead of pausing to understand their concerns, the leader pushes forward, oblivious to the growing discontent. This is just a minor oversight, it's a recipe for disaster. The uncomfortable truth is that emotional intelligence often gets overshadowed by the allure of courage. Leaders frequently believe that resilience means pushing through without showing vulnerability. But what if that vulnerability is exactly what's needed? Consider a real-world example. A CEO launches a controversial initiative without consulting the team, convinced it's the right call, driven by courage. Yet, beneath the surface, team morale plummets, and productivity follows suit. Can you see how one brave decision can trigger a wave of discontent? This is the ticking time bomb many overlook. And what about the leader who insists they don't need feedback? Their courage becomes a barrier, isolating them from valuable insights that could guide them toward success. So, what's the solution? It begins with a shift in mindset. Courage isn't just about making bold moves, it's also about having the humility to listen. Imagine a leader who embraces vulnerability and openly admits uncertainty. This kind of courage fosters trust and creates a safe space for honest communication. When leaders prioritize emotional intelligence alongside courage, they unlock a powerful dynamic. They don't just lead, they inspire. Now, before we wrap up, think about your own experiences. Have you ever felt your voice was silenced in the name of courage? What if those moments had been opportunities for connection instead? The uncomfortable truth is that true courage isn't about being fearless, it's about facing fear with an open heart. As you move forward, reflect on how you balance courage and emotional intelligence in your decisions. The next time you face a tough choice, ask yourself, am I leading with strength or ignoring the signs? Remember, real leadership isn't just about making bold moves, it's about making the right ones. If you found this valuable, please share your thoughts and experiences below. Your voice matters. What if I told you that the bravest leaders aren't always the loudest voices in the room? Imagine a world where courageous decisions come from those who embrace vulnerability instead of fear. You might think courage is all about bold moves and fearless speeches. But here's an uncomfortable truth: this kind of overt courage can sometimes blind us to the essential role emotional intelligence plays in leadership. It's a quiet epidemic affecting boardrooms and offices everywhere. Have you noticed how some leaders dive into conflict without considering the emotional impact? They might believe they're being courageous, but what if their bravado is actually deepening divides? This is a truth many overlook, and it could explain why teams fall apart when they should be coming together. Picture this: a manager under pressure delivers harsh feedback during a meeting. Everyone sits in silence, but beneath that calm exterior, stress levels are rising. Instead of fostering growth, that moment of courage builds a wall. That's the risk we take when courage overshadows emotional intelligence. So, where does this disconnect come from? Often it stems from a fear of being perceived as weak. Many leaders confuse emotional awareness with softness, misunderstanding its true power. Taking vulnerability for a lack of strength is a common misconception that can undermine morale and productivity. Now imagine if that same manager approached feedback differently. What if they first acknowledged the team's hard work? By incorporating understanding and empathy, they could cultivate a culture of trust. The courage to be emotionally aware can lead to decisions that inspire rather than intimidate. But here's the catch: true courage often requires